This week on the NFL Coaches Hot Seat, according to Bleacher Report Gridiron, Urban Meyer, David Coley, Matt Nagy, and Joe Judge.
Hot boy.
All right, so I don't know if anybody saw this, but after the Vikings won last week, there was an awkward celebration with Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins was screaming his favorite quote, "You like that? You like that?" while punching Zimmer in the chest. It was a very awkward moment. That's how we're starting this off. Mike Zimmer's getting flamed up. I'm sorry.
Let's go! Welcome, everybody, to the Rick T Podcast. Fucking let it ride then. How about them Cowboys? Poyer over McGregor any day. The Rick T platform is live right now.
I got some Rick T, from the field to the big leagues. Bang Moody from the three, I'm like KD. Number one draft pick, you should pick me. You ain't considered the GOAT if you don't got a ring. Eric and Jello like Brady throwing it to AB. My team a home run with more stars than the Yankees. Now we getting cocky. Had to put my goals on ice like Sidney Crosby. No, they can't stop me. Got my swing on the bat, put my team on my back. You can get all the games, all the stats, and all the facts. This ain't Stephen A. or Max. Too sharp to get skipped, and you can't dispute that. This a duck put back. If you ever take an L, then we gotta run it back. If you coming here for sports, then you never coming back. That's real, homie, for real. Was a zero, Damian Lil. Now I'm pulling up from the logo. Bang, making them feel. Grinding to get the deal. Get your family in the hills. Get focused, put your work in on the court and on the field. That's real, homie, for real. Was a zero, Damian Lil. Now I'm pulling up from logos. Bang, making them feel. I got some Rick T, from the field to the big leagues. Bang Moody from the three, I'm like KD. Number one draft pick, you should pick me. You ain't considered the GOAT if you don't got a ring. You ain't considered the GOAT if you don't got a ring.
And we are live with the Rick T Podcast, Season 2, Episode 29, fellas. Almost to Episode 30 in our second season here on the Rick T Podcast, man. Presented by the Rick T Platform, man. I am your guys' host, Eric Holmes, along with Tony Cave and Jello Rexroad. You guys can follow us down below at all of our social media handles. As you guys can see, Rick T _E, that RTP, and Magic Mike's Flawless, man. Go ahead, give us a follow, and let's get it rocking, gentlemen. I want to go ahead and thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. Jello, Tony, for you guys joining me. It's been a crazy damn start of the NFL season. We're midway through it now. So, man, I think we should get talking about it. It's time for our NFL talk here on the Rick T Podcast, man. Starting off with week 9, man. This was the previous week that just happened. A lot of crazy shit happened. Me and Jello were talking about it a little bit before the show. Jello, how are you feeling about all the crazy shit that happened this past weekend, bro?
I mean, it was nuts. Just, teams losing to teams they, should have beat by 30 points, to injuries, to COVID, what's going on with the NFL with that right now. It's just absolutely insane. You got one dude with the same name beating up another guy of the same name, both taken at the same pick, but it's not the way people think it is. So, I mean, it is absolutely nuts. This is, this definitely shook up the NFL a lot. Between last week and this week, things are changing in the craziest way possible.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, man. Oh, we do have a new viewer in the chat. My boy Bang Bang. I called him Bang Bros on the Fan Control Football Show, and that was a mistake of mine. So I made sure I got it right this time. Bang Bang, FCF t-shirt designer in the building. Yes, sir, my boy Bang Bang. He is part of the fan council. We were going to talk about that a little bit later, but he went ahead and he spit some facts up in the Discord, and they went ahead and made a whole t-shirt out of what he just said, man. So shout out to you, Bang Bang. Welcome to the Rick T podcast, man. We appreciate you for tuning in. Don't forget, if we do reach 35 viewers tonight, one special viewer will win any free jersey of their choice. So go ahead and spread the love of the Rick T podcast, the Rick T platform. Any of us, me, Tony, Jello, go ahead and spread the love. Let everyone know that we are fucking live and to come tune on in here on the Rick T platform, man. Wonder who else used that? Who? Bang Bros? I thought fit.
We
Bang
don't. No.
The show's rated PG, boys. Calm down.
PG-13. Hey, let's get into it, man. Week 9. Tony, I just asked Jello how he felt, so let me go ahead and tell you. Week 9, if you had put $100 on all the underdog parlays, the next payout would have been $175,618, bro. The Browns were plus 108. The Broncos were plus 361. The Jags were plus 704. The Falcons were plus 230. The Giants were plus 131. And the Cardinals, believe it or not, were plus 199. And all of those teams went ahead and took a dub in week 9, man. So it was fucking crazy. But let's talk about it, bro. Let's go ahead and get into it. My guy, UQ Droma. Shout out to you, Kung Fu D, man. Evening, guys. Missed ya last week. Yeah, last week was a little rough for everybody on the Round the Edges, whether you guys were watching or whether it was us tuned in and turned up. Let's go. Don Clark, hold up. Don Clark gets a very, very, very special shout out because of this right here.
We're here at AT&T Stadium doing a shout out to the Rick T podcast.
Whoop, whoop, shout out.
Go Cowboys, beat them Broncos.
Go Cowboys. Rick T, you the man.
Most definitely.
Yes, sir. Dawn Clark and her husband, Mike Clark, at the AT&T Stadium watching the Dallas and the Broncos game. Dawn, it did not play out in our favor. I will not sit here and lie to you guys and tell us it did. Tony and Jello are sitting there laughing at me all goddamn day. Mike Clark, I had to watch that Bronco beat down in person. It was painful. Yes, Mike. It was painful from the other side of the television as well, bro. It wasn't you weren't missing anything being at home. It was painful all around being with all Colorado people. We all living in Colorado. But once again, shout out to Mike Clark and Dawn Clark for the huge shout out here on the Rick T podcast. Let me play it one more time.
We're here at AT&T Stadium doing a shout out to the Rick T podcast.
Whoop, whoop, shout out.
Go Cowboys, beat them Broncos.
Go Cowboys. Rick T, you the man.
I love that so much. Thank you guys for taking that video.
Absolutely.
Looks like we lost Eric on this one for a little bit, but Mike.
We're here at AT&T Stadium doing a shout out to the Rick T podcast.
Whoop, whoop, shout out.
Go Cowboys, beat them Broncos.
Go Cowboys. Rick T, you the man.
Well, since Eric's gone, I get to make a joke. They might have Michael, but they still got galloped.
Oh, you better calm down. We
joke for the win.
Hey, remember we made an agreement not to mess with the Cowboys this week.
Oh, wait, I did.
and our
tough.
text messages, yes.
That's fucking tough. I'm sorry, guys.
No worries. You played the video twice though, so.
Hey, I apologize. I literally just tried to click it and then my whole screen went black. So
I could watch that video all day long. You're not bothering me at all.
Same, bro. One more big shout out to Mike Clark and his wife, Dawn Clark, doing it big down in AT&T Stadium, man. We love it, man. We fucking love it. But let's get into week 9, fellas. We have to talk about some things that happened. One thing being the Cardinals, the offense was without Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green, and Chase Edmonds, but they still took care of business, went ahead and took on the San Francisco 49ers, beat them 31-17. James Conner, since week 3, this guy has had almost 500 yards, 11 touchdowns, he's averaging 6.3 fantasy points per game. Big time player. Big time fucking player. I think Matt Faraci has him in our fantasy league. It's tough.
I have him in my other league, but I was like, I tried trading for him. Didn't work.
Wasn't happening. Let's get into the next subject. One thing that Jello brought up earlier, Josh Allen on Josh Allen crime. Josh Allen owned Josh Allen on Sunday. He had a sack, an interception, and a recovered fumble. It was actually the first time in NFL history all 3 of those things have happened with one player doing it on another player with the exact same name. So, Tony, let me swing that to you, bro. How are you feeling on that, brother? How are you feeling on that?
As honorary Bills Mafia, that one kind of hurt. That one kind of hurt. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty disappointed in the way that the Bills showed up. However, Josh Allen for the Jacksonville Jaguars did show up in an impressive way that we cannot just disregard. So mad respect to him.
Mad respect to Josh Allen. Moving on to the next subject, and I actually want to bring this comment up real quick because Kung Fu D, we are not going without noticing this. Thursday night happened, baby. Thursday night. That's what happened, baby. Dolphins went ahead and took on the fucking Baltimore Ravens and beat the dog shit out of them. I didn't expect it. I think all 3 of us took the Ravens big time. I took the Ravens like 45-10. Like, I'm mad embarrassed. So shout out to the Miami Dolphins. Shout out to Kung Fu D. Shout out to my pop. Shout out to all the Miami fans around here who watched the Rick T podcast, man. It was a well played game by you guys.
The blitz happened in that game.
I was about to say the most blitz safety ever happened in one game. And it was boy out of Oregon, Javon Holland. Sco Ducks. Do it big time. Moving on to the next subject, and this one's going to be swung at you, Jello. Adrian Peterson scored his 125th career touchdown against the Rams on Sunday as they beat them. 11 other players have hit his milestone, all of them who were in the Hall of Fame. So my question to you, after I read the next comments, Tennessee Titans own the best record in the AFC at 7-2 right now and the longest winning streak in the NFL at 5 games. Also, Adrian Peterson scoring his 125th career touchdown. Let's go back to his first rushing touchdown on September 23rd, 2007. Antoine Winfield and Patrick Surtain both started in that game. Their sons are now in the NFL, and you guys know one being on your guys' team. So, Jello, how are you feeling about AP? How are you feeling about those statistics? Is he definitely going to be a Hall of Famer or what?
I mean, he should definitely be a shoe-in Hall of Famer, no doubt. He is an MVP player. I mean, look, he's doing this. He's still looking good 14 years later. Came out in Minnesota in 2007. He got his 125th touchdown. He looks in great shape. He looks in better shape than he has in years. And I think that shows something for who he is. It's just like, I might not be playing, but it doesn't mean I'm not working. So I'm excited to see what he does, especially with Henry out. This gives him that option because, yes, he was on Detroit last year, but yes, it was Detroit. So that's not an opportunity per se as a career ender more than anything, it seems like. So I'm excited to see because this is still a run-heavy offense, and he is the first, second, and third down guy. They already said McNichols is not going to be the starter. McNichols is not going to be a 4-down back. You have Darrington Evans, still not huge. I forget who the 4th back they used as well, but Donta Freeman, who got drafted by the Texans. I mean, these are ones where he gets that starting role and he gets the majority of the snaps. So that means he's going to get the touches he needs. And this was a team that was going to give Henry 500 touches. So what can AP get in the next 9 games? So I know he didn't have the yards, playing a very good rush-heavy defense, but he still got his touchdown. I think he's going to do great for the rest of the year. So, I mean, AP for, first ballot. That's all I'm going to say.
I'd fucking vote for him, honestly. I'd vote for him. AP is what we grew up on, guys. AP is the LaDainian Tomlinson. Some people look at Barry Sanders the way that we look at AP. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. AP is a legend. Everyone used to truck people in, backyard school football and be like, that was Adrian Peterson mode. That was that Randy Moss mode. You know what I mean? Just players that we used to look up to growing up. This guy is still playing, though. He's going LeBron James mode, Tom Brady mode on him, for real. But, gentlemen, I do want to go ahead and say I woke up this morning. It's November 13th. Sorry. Forgot the fucking day. It's Saturday. I woke up Saturday, November 13th, and I was ready to fucking argue because I knew it was show day and I knew what was gonna be on this show, quite frankly. So let me go ahead and read this next topic for you guys. Broncos coach Vic Fangio on the Cowboys. Teams just haven't played them right. They are super talented and they may score 35 points the rest of the season in every game because they are really good. I don't expect them to lose more games. Now, guys, you guys as Bronco fans,
Hang on.
Hold on. You
no,
hold the fuck
no,
on.
no, no,
You
no, no.
hold on and let me
No,
say something.
no.
I took that shit as
don't
disrespect.
agree. I get it. We do not agree or associate with Vic Fangio. Okay? I want to make that very clear.
That's not your people's? That's not
no,
your
that's
people's?
not our people's. He is a substitute people. He is gone.
He is not our head coach.
Well, then who is?
Anybody
Someone's got to
but
take
him.
credit.
Teddy Bridgewater. Justin Simmons. He makes the most money on the damn team.
I'll be real. I'm not even going to be like disrespectful. I just wanted to say that like the way he said that, even in text message, I took it as such disrespect. Like, man, they can whoop the shit out of everybody, but they ain't gonna whoop the shit out of me, bud. They didn't do it. We beat the shit out of them. Like that's just how I took that comment from him. And it might be because he's a piece of crap, but honestly, I don't know. I took that as mad disrespect. And I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know. I think the rest of the team did too. Dak Prescott said that he hopes more teams copy the Broncos' defensive game plan. So was Dak seeing something that he knew he could beat and just was that calf messing him up still? He was out the week before. Was that still a problem? I don't know. Our defensive coordinator, that is an excuse, honestly. But our defensive coordinator has no excuses. He said, ain't no time to take no stroll down memory lane. We've got some shit to fix, baby.
That's a coach. That's a coach right there.
Hey, he's a hell of a coach. But one thing, I think he was a little hyped up because we're playing the Falcons this week, and that's the team he went to the Super Bowl with. So he's probably a little pissed. He's probably ready to get back at it. But man, I don't know. I don't know. Dallas Broncos, the saga continues. You guys still. I'm not going to say what you said fucking earlier, Tony, but you guys still go ahead and hold the Dallas Dallas Broncos title.
I stand by whatever I said, so let's expose it. What did I say?
You say it. I'm not saying it.
Which one? I said a lot of shit to you.
Well, then go ahead and break it down. What'd you say? Or do you want to save it for the hot seat, or do you want to save it for the Broncos being popping on who's popping, who's dropping? Because
let's just save it. Let's just save this Broncos Cowboys debate for Jello and I later down the road. Okay?
I can't stand the goddamn Denver Broncos. Moving on, baby. 2 weeks ago, or does it say? Yeah, it says 2 weeks ago. Joe Burrow said, "If we win, God damn, what does that say?
If we win this division, we could win it all." So that being said, the 2 weeks ago they were 5-2, tied with Baltimore for the division lead. Now, as of last week, they're at the bottom.
5-4, 2 losses in a row. Every other team has won. I believe Baltimore's 6-3 now. I don't believe this is current with Thursday's game, but still, you guys get the gist of it. You know what I mean? And sorry I couldn't read it. I'm working on a new monitor and it's smaller. So I'm like,
I hate getting new monitors. I completely understand, man.
It's bad. It's bad, but I'm going to try to make it happen. We're going to go ahead and finish this out. Continuing on, we were talking about some teams that went from the top to the bottom, and we're going to continue on with a different team. Can the Raiders break the trend that they've been in since 2019, man? They started 6-4 in 2019. Week 12 loss at Jets, and they finished 7-9. So they only won one game after that 6-4 start. Looking at 2020, they started 6-3, finished 8-8. So only 2 more wins. This year they started 5-2. What will they finish? So I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys, as Bronco fans, Jello, we'll start with you. Do you think the Raiders will go ahead and break this trend, and do you think the Raiders have a chance to make playoffs?
No, because aren't they 5-3 now after last week?
Yeah, well, after the Giants. Yeah.
Yeah. This is my thing. No, because now look at it. You lose your number one receiver. You have to cut Damon Arnett. you give up Lynn Bowden to Miami at that point. You have to rely on Waller and Carr, but they've been there this whole time, and that you give up your entire offensive line. That's been an issue. Derek Carr threw a pick six to the Giants with all their best defensive players out at that point. I get it's still the NFL; these are still NFL caliber players, but for what they were, I mean, this is one of those crazy things where it's gonna happen again. You have a whole new head coach. Your number one receiver's gone. You lost that cornerback. Your entire offensive line is now with other teams, starting the beginning of this year.
Eric, can we pull that graphic back up?
I think Derek Carr's having a Russell Wilson effect.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson got hurt this year, so Derek Carr's taking over what Wilson does. Starts off as the hottest quarterback in the league. It just keeps dropping it and dropping it and dropping it and dropping it. Because we've seen that, especially in these last 3 games at this point. And, it's just like Mahomes, these last 3 games, dropped, got worse, picked it up a little bit, got worse. Like, I don't see this team doing it. I like this defense, don't get me wrong. You still have Max Crosby, KJ Wright, the other additions they made in the offseason. But that can only take you so far if your offense can't move the ball or if your offense gives the ball to the other team. So I just don't see it. I like Hunter Renfrow and stuff like that, don't get me wrong. But this isn't a team that's going to win it out. Now, when, the Chargers slipped up a little bit, but they came back firing like nobody's business last week. So I don't see them even catching a wild card spot at this point with how other AFC teams are playing right now. And they still have a bunch of division games coming up, especially this week against the Chiefs, which we all know that could be a bounce back game for either one of them. But still, I don't see them. I have them winning 2, maybe 3 games more. But that's about it. I don't see him breaking that 500 mark this year.
My guy Bang Bang is saying in chat, watching the Chiefs fall has been glorious. And honestly, I'm not even an AFC West fan, and
as a Broncos fan, it's great.
I 100% agree. As an NFL fan, bro, people love to see the Patriots fall after their victories upon victories upon victories. People like to see the Chiefs fall. I want to see Tampa fall. I want to see all the great teams go ahead and crumble.
This is why it's sweet as a Broncos fan, though. For the past 3 years, people have been saying, you got to deal with Patrick Mahomes for the next 10 years and blah, blah, blah. And literally the next year, they're at the bottom of the division wasting away. I love it.
Get this shit. The 3 teams with the toughest remaining schedules. The Chiefs have the hardest remaining schedule according to remaining opponents' win percentage from last year.
Let's go.
Yes, that's what I said when I seen it. I'm like, yes.
I'm about it.
I don't really know why they gave it to the Bengals or the Browns, but, you just bad luck of the draw. It just is what it is. It just happens that way.
And they have a lot of division games, so I think that's a huge one there too.
Facts. We just got done finishing talking about NFL Week 9, so I did want to go ahead and show you guys some fantasy players, the highest scoring fantasy players from Week 9 and the lowest scoring fantasy players from Week 9. So if you guys had any of these players on your left in the yellow on your fantasy team, you guys probably got a dub. Justin Herbert with 31.64, and I do believe this is PPR. I'm not super sure. But Justin Herbert with
PPR.
Yeah, I was about to say because our league is different. Justin Herbert, 31.64 points. James Conner with 40.3 big ones. Jonathan Taylor, 34.0 fat ones to the crib. Elijah Moore with 27 big ones. Monte Smith with 22.6. Pat Freiermuth with 21.3. Nick Chubb with 30.3. We won't be seeing that same points happening this Sunday. Patriots went ahead and topped off the defenses with 19. And Chris Boswell, the kicker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, was 16. Lowest scoring players, you're looking at Joey Burrow, him and Jamar Chase. My girl has him on her. She has them both on her fantasy team, and I just watched it all week long. Like, damn, these dudes are just failing. They can't connect nothing this week. Like, the Browns came out and shut that connection down. So Joe Burrow, 7.38 points. If you guys had any of these players on your right, you guys are in the losing category in your guys' fantasy league for sure. Chase Edmonds, not even a point. Khalil Herbert, barely a point. Kadarius Toney, 1.7. Tyler Boyd, 2.1. Zach Ertz. See, Tony, I didn't know shit about Zach Ertz when I traded him to you, bro. Yes, sir, my boy Jigga Man Porto. Welcome to the goddamn show, baby. You already know.
Oh, and Lil J6.
Oh, Lil J. Oh, Kung Fu D. Bang, 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 bang. AKA Bang Bros. But if you guys are watching, Zach Ertz on the right with 5.7 points. Cortland Stunton had a horrible week with 3.9. Bengals with -2. And Mason Crosby, the kicker for the Green Bay Packers, with -1 point. So not looking good for these guys. If you guys had any of these players on your left, you guys are probably winning. If you guys had any of these players on your right, you guys are probably losing, man. But that's just the highest and lowest scoring fantasy players from week 9. As we continue on to week 10, I'm super excited for what's in store, fellas. So let's go ahead and look at the NFL power rankings going into week 10. Looking at number 1, starting off with the Arizona Cardinals, they still have them at the top, going to the Green Bay Packers, Tennessee Titans with the best AFC record, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, and this is before Baltimore lost. So we're gonna have to check that. Baltimore might slide down a few spots. You know what I'm saying? Looking after Baltimore, we have Buffalo. Buffalo might slide down, and I think this is actually current with Buffalo losing to Jacksonville.
Yeah,
and they're still sitting there at 6. At 7, the Los Angeles Rams. I want to see how they play on Monday before I can solidify them in that 7 spot. I do think the Rams are good, but something about them I'm just not super sold on. So I need to see if they're as solid as motherfuckers are thinking, bro. Matt Faraci with the gang in here, bro. Thank you for tuning into the Rick T podcast, guys. You guys keep blowing up chat. We love it here. At 8, the Dallas Cowboys, even after losing to Denver, I think we probably slide down to 10 after losing to Denver, and that's me being unbiased. And then at 9, we have the Los Angeles Chargers, and 10, the New Orleans Saints. Moving on to 11 through 20. 11, Kansas City Chiefs. 12, New England Patriots. 13, Pittsburgh Steelers. 14, Las Vegas Raiders. 15, Cleveland Browns. 16, Cincinnati Bengals. 17, Indianapolis Colts. 18, Seattle Seahawks. 19, Denver Broncos. And 20, the Atlanta Falcons. Tony, let me ask you guys, let me ask you specifically, 11 through 20, what do you agree and disagree with the most?
Kansas City at 11.
That's
for sure.
Honestly, I think that is very biased of whoever's, or Pete Prisco. I think it's bias of him.
Yeah. So, all right. This might surprise you, but even after the Broncos defeated the Cowboys, I still don't think they should be that high. Maybe they should finally take that 23 spot that I was a little confused about the last time.
We're being all real here. I love it because I said Dallas should slide down to 10. Honestly, after losing to Denver, we should definitely not be in the top 10. We could be at the end of it, but I don't think top 10. I don't know. What are you guys now? 5-4 after that win?
Yeah. But this is what I'm talking about with power rankings. I get the Chiefs have Mahomes, but they're below us in our division, even though we have the same record for certain reasons. But then you look at the Seahawks and the Colts who are above us. That's what I'm not understanding here. I think we drop more for, giving up on Von Miller than anything. And our defense played better when he wasn't on the team anymore. So I don't know. I get it. It's one person's opinion at that point. But I think we should be 2 spots up just for the play from the Seahawks and the Colts this year. Because I'm pretty sure we have a better record than both of them.
I completely agree. Honestly, I would put Denver at 21. I would put them right in the middle between 19 and 23. Stick them at 21. Let's call it a day. Let's see how they play in week 10. You know what I'm saying?
I could agree with that.
Let's see what it is, man. 21 through 32. Minnesota Vikings, Carolina Panthers, San Francisco 49ers, the New York Giants, after getting a big dub, move up to 24. Philadelphia Eagles are still at 25. I think the Philly Eagles could probably be ranked a little higher, and that's me obviously being unbiased as well. The Chicago Bears at 26, Washington Football Team at 27, 28, Jacksonville Jaguars, 29, the Jets. Come on, Jets, move up them rankings, baby. Come on now. Miami Dolphins at 30, 31, Houston Texans, and 32, the 0-9. The 0-8, I don't know. They did just have their bye week, so they're defeated. The Detroit Lions are. But guys, I want to ask you a really, really big question. And this is for chat. This is for everybody before we go into our debut of our first new segment, Let's Get Weird. But last question before we get into it, brother. These two teams, same division, AFC East, I believe. 5-4, 5-3. Bill Belichick, Josh Allen. This is a good little battle they got going on over there, huh? What do you guys think?
I mean, I still think Bills completely blow out that division and take that first seed, with a 3-4 game lead, no doubt.
Well, speaking of the Bills, let's go ahead and get into some resumes, and then let me ask you guys this question. So, Tony, Going up first, man. Who has the better resume between the Bills and the Patriots? The Bills, their wins are over the Dolphins, the football team, the Texans, the Chiefs, and the Dolphins again. I really see one victory that truly means anything there, and that's still iffy compared on how a lot of people look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Their losses, 2 big losses against 2 decent teams, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans, but they did take 1 fluke loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Moving on to the New England Patriots, their wins also over subpar teams. The New York
I don't see
Jets,
one contender on their wins.
and that's what I'm saying. Also over subpar teams.
Chargers.
Jets. The Chargers are iffy. I need to see them play a couple more weeks too because Justin Herbert's been letting me down. But Jets, Texans, Jets again, Chargers, and the Panthers. Their losses are to the Dolphins, the Saints, Dallas, and Tampa. And that Dallas game was a walk-off, so it was close.
So the thing that really makes this complicated, and sorry to interrupt you, but the thing that really makes it complicated is that loss to the Jaguars. Especially since you only put up 6 points on the Jaguars. I'm not a fan. But then also what helps you out is you beat Kansas City in Arrowhead.
Matters. That shit matters.
That's huge because that's the loudest stadium in the NFL. So I'm going to have to go with the Bills' resume on this one, to be honest with you.
Jello, what do you think?
I'm definitely going with Bills at that point because, the Patriots, also beat the Panthers, who we've seen have been a team to be exposed per se. And yeah, they beat the Chargers, but they had some slip-ups in defense at that point. So, I still give it to the Bills. Yeah, the Jags was a mess-up, but that was also one-player dominance that entire game for Jacksonville.
This is where I fucking push back, though. This is where I push back, and I'm defending the New England Patriots. Bill Belichick, no Tom Brady. He has got rookie Mac Jones. Being Mac Jones is a really good quarterback. I won't deny that. Look at their records according to the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Well, along with Sean McDermott, last year's 2020 Coach of the Year. Or was it 19? It was one of the two. He won Coach of the Year.
19.
19. I believe it was 19. But Sean McDermott, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, according to a brand new Patriots team who has spent more money on their free agency moves than they did on their fucking franchise. And they are hanging with this team in this division who everyone thought, like you guys are saying, the Buffalo Bills wiped them out. How? Look at the record. Where do you see wipeout?
Head-to-head, this game isn't close. I'm sorry.
I'm asking resume.
I think this will only be answered when they play each other.
That's exactly what I'm saying, though. That's why I'm asking resume. I'm not asking head-to-head. I'm asking resume here.
But
Honestly.
Resume, I still give it to the Bills because I think the Bills will come here and smoke the Patriots in the first game they play. They still got 2 matchups, so.
Jigga got personal.
Still
Mac
can't believe Mac
didn't
get fined for that.
I can't believe he did that shit either.
One.
We're going to talk about that here in a little bit because Chargers were not pressed on him or, nothing. Nothing happened to him. You walked away with that.
Hey, I low-key missed this. Jay, welcome back, bro.
Yes. Jay, Pats are ass. Bills need to come to the Big Easy.
Bill need to come to the Big.
Are you talking about Bill Belichick? Oh, shit. I knew Dylan was up to something, bro. Oh, we back with the coming to the Big Easy. That's what I'm saying, though. You guys have a great coach. That shit was hilarious. So,
boys, we're up to 13 viewers real quick. So, Eric, go ahead and read this for me real quick.
Don't forget, if we do reach 35 viewers tonight, one special viewer will win any free jersey of their fucking choosing. Shout out to me, Tony, and Jello, because we're buying the shit. But shout out to you guys for watching. Go ahead and spread the love of the Rick T platform. Me, Tony, Jello, all here on the Rick T podcast, man. Go ahead and spread the love and let's get up to them 35 viewers, baby. But guys, it's time to get into something that we've never done. It's our first time doing this segment. I figured Jello has so many awkward moments upon our going on 2 years of the Rick T platform, huh? Don't you think you have so many weird pauses sometimes, huh?
Sometimes.
Like that one. So let's
it works out perfectly.
We're going to play a game called Let's Get Weird where me and Tony are going to sit here and grill Jello's ass, make it as awkward as we possibly can.
Try me.
Jello's a bartender, so we're going to make it as awkward as we possibly can for the guy, and we're going to see what fucking happens. So let's get into our very new segment, Let's Get Weird. So, Jello, my first little game I want to play with you is called Have You Blown It? Where I'm going to ask you, give you a couple things, and you tell me if you've blown it before, okay?
Let's do it.
You ever blown dust off a shelf?
Absolutely.
You ever blown $1,000 in a weekend?
Absolutely.
What about an ACL?
Not yet.
What about bubbles in your milk?
Of course.
In your milk?
What?
In your milk? You've blown bubbles in your milk?
I still do that, of course.
So this next game is called Jail or Prison. I'm going to give you a situation, and you tell me if this person deserves to go to jail or prison. Farting in a movie theater.
Oh, prison.
Farting in an elevator.
Maximum security prison.
Farting while robbing a bank.
Jail.
So, now I'm going to pretend like you're an NFL commissioner, right?
Let's do it.
So, Mr. Commissioner, is it true that you wouldn't make people show proof of a vaccine to get into your games, but that you would just show proof that they could shake what their mama gave them? Is that true?
I mean, we'll roll with it. I'm not going to confirm nor deny that comment.
Mr. Commissioner, you obviously love supporters. So my question to you is, how do you know if a fan is supporting too hard?
Can you repeat that one?
How do you know if a fan for your franchise is supporting too hard?
I mean, you can never support too hard. I mean, I don't even think jumping through a table is supporting enough at that point, so I don't think you can ever support enough.
Interesting. What's your mascot? What would be your ideal mascot?
Shit, let's go weird. Let's do like a platypus.
Platypus. So you guys, as a team, are a bunch of platypuses?
Hell yeah.
And what would the platypus's name be?
What? Perry, no doubt.
What's
all
your
I gotta
favorite?
say, we're like multi-tools. You got 3 in 1 with us, so.
Sir, he's talking. Eric is talking. Don't
Yeah,
interrupt.
Joe, you'll speak when you're spoken to, please.
I'll do my best.
What's your favorite OnlyFans subscription that you have?
What's OnlyFans?
That's interesting. So, this next game we're going to play is called City or Town. Where I'm going to give you a couple names, and you tell me if it's a city or a town. Can you do that?
I could do that.
Georgetown.
City. Sorry, town.
It is a town. Cape Town.
Town.
Magic City.
City.
It's a strip club.
Yeah, exactly. It's a city. Whole lot of liveliness going on in there.
Does that answer pass, Tony?
Present.
I think it's a strip club, Jello.
I mean, we know a few things about that, right?
So, what's more important in football to you? Strength or ability?
Ability. Doesn't matter how strong you are if someone just knows what you're going to do before you do it.
What's the best ability? Accountability? Flexibility? Availability?
Durability.
Availability. I mean, if you can't be there, you're not going to do anything for that team. So it's definitely availability. Any day, any time, doesn't matter who you are. OBJ.
What's the difference between a hotel and a motel?
Hotel's classy, motel's where you take your Sancho away.
What does the M stand for in motel? Murder?
Must be nasty.
This interview's not done. You got kids, right?
Of course.
Were you breastfed?
Absolutely.
Were your kids breastfed?
Most definitely.
Good man. So these next questions should make a lot of sense to you. What's more polite? Is it to sip or chug out of a boob?
Oh, you gotta chug.
It's interesting. I'm more of a sipper. That's just me. Do you think the whole breast is milk, or do you think it's like a bag of chips and it's like half air?
I mean, depends on who you are.
That was a great answer, honestly. I didn't expect that. When is the right age to start weaning off the boob, do you think?
I mean, as long as they're not in kindergarten, you should be good, right? Nah, I think it's about 2 years. 2 years is good. My kid just stopped at 1.5 years.
Interesting. Speaking of weaning, are you a weenie?
I'm not a weenie, I'm a winner.
So you don't like Halloween? You're not a weenie?
I mean, I like Halloween. They don't make costumes that fit me right. I can't be Fat Albert every year.
Do you go to Weenie Hut Juniors?
No, I go to Winnie Hut Seniors.
Honestly, Jello, I am not a weenie. I disagree with Halloween. I think that's the problem that's wrong with America today is kids walking around asking for handouts and not having to do anything for it. Do you agree?
I mean, not always.
I'm more of a
work for it, you
Christmas
put in
type
the
of guy.
legwork.
At least Santa makes you work for it.
I mean, that could be taken completely out of context.
I mean, are you on the naughty or nice list?
I mean, depends on who you're talking to.
Stare or hem?
Stare.
Roids.
Oh,
Steroids
steroids. Fuck
or
hemorrhoids.
Yeah, hemorrhoids. You ever had hemorrhoids? I know that's a little personal, but
No, I'm good. I'm able to sit down right now, so I think I'm good.
okay. Let's talk boxing, Jello.
Let's do it.
Back in the day, they used to say you have to have the ring before you get the box. Do you agree with that today?
Not always. I mean, if that was the case, there'd be a lot of lonely ass people.
It's very true. How do you feel about premarital sex? I mean, you do have 2 kids, and I don't think you're married.
I mean, yeah, I got 2 kids. I'm not married. It's not a big deal. This ain't the Great Depression.
Do you believe in lifelong monogamy?
Absolutely.
You
If
know
you're
what monogamy
dedicated. I mean,
means?
in the end, that's up to you. But for me, yes.
Do you know what monogamy is?
Well, monogamy would mean one. Polygamy is multiple. So monogamy is one person.
Yes. Monogamy means being with one person the rest of your life. That's correct, Jello. That was a great answer. So do you consider yourself a monogamist? Maybe a monographer?
As of now, yes. I mean, I don't see it changing anytime soon. I'm not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere. We're good.
I like this. Oh, this is a great question. Wheaties or Captain Crunch without the crunch berries? Ooh,
You got to
that's
go
good.
Captain Crunch, and you got to have crunch berries. Berries make it merry. That's all I got to say.
Great answer. We're getting down to the end of this interview, so I'm going to get a little deep. They say you have the 4 hards. The 3 hards, actually, Jello. They say you're hard physically. They say you're hard mentally. Do you want to know what the last thing they say you're hard at?
What?
Your girl said you're hard at hearing. We actually got a statement from her before this podcast.
Oh, yeah, I'm deaf in my right ear. Absolutely.
My last question of this interview before we get into our first commercial break. Are you a person that eats a hot dog the right way, or do you put ketchup on it?
You got to have ketchup.
Tony, do you agree?
No.
I don't agree with them either. I think the best way to eat a hot dog is to raw dog it.
Raw dog or no dog?
So, Eric, basically what Eric's saying, he does it without even chewing it.
Hey. I didn't say that. You're saying that.
You didn't say no.
I didn't say yes.
Or
Sounded
did
a little
he?
excited there.
cut the act. Jello, you did a great fucking job. You did a great job. What was the hardest question for you?
None of them really. Just actually hearing the questions was the hard part.
Tony, we got some work to do. We got some work to do.
When you said steroids or hemorrhoids, I tried so hard not to laugh. Dog.
I fucking worded it right too because I was like, stare or ham, and he's all stare. I'm like, roids. He's like, oh, stare. Fuck hemorrhoids.
No, you gotta stare.
So funny.
I want to read chat real quick because I literally was wondering, bro. I literally was wondering.
People are probably like, what just happened here?
Hey, yo, pause. Guess who's going to jail tonight? Whoa. God, I'm gonna post my bill tonight. Okay. If you actually pay for this OnlyFans, get some. My guy Kung Fu D says availability, which you agreed with. Taking shots at OBJ, where?
I had to. It slipped. I had to.
Matt Ferracci said that shit was too funny. We'll tune in every Saturday where we will be pressing Jello's ass to the grill, trying to make shit as awkward as we can.
Pause.
And it's awkward.
Okay, I see where you guys are saying pause now. I see where you guys are saying. I really didn't notice it. Like when you guys kept saying pause, I'm like, why are they saying pause? But then I had to like really think about what I just said. We're pressing Jello's ass to the grill. Yeah, pause. Yeah, we're gonna take a quick timeout on that one, bro. Raw dog, hot dog. What the fuck? Who do you like, CM Punk or Eddie Kingston, bro?
Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, I was.
CM Punk. Oh, actually, that could go. CM Punk.
No, sir.
You might be old,
crazy.
but
You're crazy, man. We're going to get into our first quick commercial break here on the Rick T podcast, man. When we come back, we're going to talk about some more NFL drama. We're going to get into who's popping, who's dropping, Coach Tony, and obviously our Week 10 NFL pick'em. So we'll be right back. Stick around.
Yes, sir.
Stick with us, man.
Come on, hop on.
Good morning.
It's the NBA 75th. All right, guys. We're getting ready to take a stroll down memory lane. Don't get left behind. It's all about the brotherhood here.
Good morning, neighbor. Top of the morning.
But also,
This is my house.
claiming what's rightfully yours.
This is my house.
Hey, seatbelts on, seatbelts.
Hey, Spider!
What's up, Russ? Take notes, kids. Flyers dressed in the NBA. Around here, it's never too late to learn a new trick.
What you want to do is get it off your fingertips.
From the sky hook
Gracias, sir.
all the way to the alley-oop.
Oh, throw it down, big man. Good pass, bro.
That was an instant classic. This community right here stretches to every corner of the globe.
The globe doesn't have corners.
You know what I mean.
Big job, Bob.
We've come a long way from the peach basket.
My bad.
Not again.
Where you think you're going?
Gary.
You can't get by me.
They call him the glove. This is what he does. Even nicknames take on a life of their own. No.
Somebody call the doctor?
Is that who I think it is?
This league is full of game changers. When it comes to legends, the NBA's got more than its fair share.
And I ain't finished yet.
That's what I like to hear. Some things are bigger than basketball. Now we've seen kids turn into kings and give it all back to the next generation. There's a piece of this game for everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, or yeah, that too. Your move. Now that's just fun. Whew. Nice ride, Zeke. Hello. Fit is clean. It's been 75 seasons and counting. One thing's for certain.
This game just keeps getting greater.
The game don't stop. It won't stop.
I said no. Football is a microcosm
of America. All races, religions, living, playing, competing, side by side. I pray we dedicate ourselves to be the best team we can be. Let's choose to be for one another, to fulfill the promise of one nation, to be part of the solution, be part of the change, to try harder, show up, dive in, and stay at it.
Oh, can we touch for a second? Be us for a second. No matter what I give it to, my love looks better on you.
Odell's gonna fucking snap, Matt. Don't disrespect the guy. But for everybody else watching, man, welcome to the Rick T Podcast, Season 2, Episode 29. With you guys, Tony Cave, Eric Holmes, Jello Rexroad.
Hey, that's me.
Hey,
Tony Cave.
Hey. Yo, we got our week 9. We got our week 9 recap out of the way. We got some let's get weird out of the way. That was some funny shit. I think the people like that. I think we're gonna have to keep that going, man. Definitely gonna have to keep that going.
I don't think Jay was a fan.
No, Jalen's like,
He was not having it.
He was like, please stop.
What the is this, bro?
He was like, this isn't in the Big Easy. Can't have
I'm
it.
out of here. This shit would never fly in the Big Easy, baby. No, fuck with you. We were just talking about Odell Beckham. Kim Jones said, Beckham Jr. just texted me. Rams. You guys heard it, man. Odell Beckham Jr. is now a part of the LA Rams. There was mad tweets going out from Adam Schefter that day. On the same exact day that the team signed wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. To the Rams, wide receiver Robert Woods tore his ACL at practice on Friday. Sources tell Diana DeCinia from ESPN and him. Robert Woods hurt his knee at practice Friday. He went down, got up, finished practice, conducted interviews with the media after. Nobody thought anything wrong, and the test discovered that he had tore his ACL. That is crazy. He has a high pain tolerance, bro. With the Rams, wide receiver Robert Woods out for a year, or out for the year with the torn ACL. Odell Beckham Jr. just went from being a luxury to being a necessity. And let me talk about that before I finish these tweets. I was actually talking to my guy, Jason Zegan, about this specific thing. And he said, man, if he would have just waited until Monday to get signed, that he would have got millions upon millions more because they would have needed his ass.
I think I have breaking news.
Ooh. Word?
So, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But as of right now, Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, and Rondell Moore are all questionable for this tomorrow. They're a game time decision.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Chase Edmonds is out.
Chase Edmonds is out as well?
Yep. He's
yeah,
out.
I actually have a list, bro. Players out Sunday. This is just the players before, Big Ben and shit dropped before 20 minutes before our show. Players out Sunday include Nick Chubb, Demetric Felton, Damian Harris, Alvin Kamara, Armstead, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, Curtis Samuel, Montez Sweat, Tyrone Smith, Chase Claypool, Jamal Williams, Chris Carson, and Chase. I don't know what the fuck that means, but they might be talking about
old boy.
Yeah,
Chase
Edmonds. I was like, I can't remember his name, bro.
Chase old boy.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. But yeah, and then Big Ben just got dropped onto the COVID list. They put Julio on IR. All this is breaking because it happened 20 minutes before our fucking show started.
Randy Gregory is out.
And then Michael Vick actually is reportedly signed. No, I'm just kidding. We can't.
Don't play. Yeah, don't play like that. Come on, bang, bang. Come on, bang, bros. Don't do that here. Scared the shit out of me. I was gotta go. About to just leave, bro. But let's get started talking about it, bro. You guys know Odell Beckham Jr. is now a goddamn Ram. Let me go ahead and finish reading the tweets real quick. Here we go. Not that it was so much of a question, but wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. will make his Rams debut versus the 49ers on Monday Night Football, per sources. Robert Woods was targeted 70 times this season, tied for 15th in the NFL entering Week 10. Those targets will now be spread amongst players such as Odell Beckham Jr. and Van Jefferson Jr., also another great receiver that the Rams got. We'll see how they use them both together, but it's going to get interesting, man. You guys see it there. Sean McVay is basically Thanos with the team he has built. Matthew Stafford, Jalen Ramsey, Odell Beckham Jr., Von Miller, Aaron Donald. Those are just a few star players he has. You guys can see Von Miller and him on Instagram Live, it looks like, or FaceTime. It looks like he just took a screenshot, and they were talking about obviously him coming through there. And Monday Night Football, baby, we get Odell versus Jimmy G. It's going to be a great game. I'm excited to see how Odell plays. A lot of people think he's not going to shine. I personally think with the injury of Robert Woods, he will shine. But if Robert Woods would have got hurt, I would have been like, okay, two catches, 15 yards.
So here's the question. Let's test how much you really trust what you're saying here.
Okay.
Do you have him starting?
Now I do, because Matt. So if I read up a little bit in chat, check the trade. This was during commercial. Check the trades I sent you when you got back from break. Matt was trying to trade me fucking Robertson from the Jacksonville Jaguars for Nick Chubb. I said no. He said, Eric, you need a flex this week with Chubb and Julio out. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, I have Michael Gallup on my team, who's coming back this week. I have Odell Beckham Jr. on my team. I'm good. Like, I don't need to trade. So I do have Odell Beckham Jr. starting as of right now. I think it'll depend on what I do with him. I'm still not sure if I want to keep him on my team. I might dish him.
Okay. I'll give you
a bottle of water.
Is that true, Bang Bang? Hold up. Is this true?
No.
What?
No, he's talking about the Michael Vick thing. No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And then he said, per fan control football worker, Jersey born.
No, that can't be true.
If that's true, I don't know. I'm not even going to comment on it until we start talking about fan control football, and then I'm still not going to comment on it. We'll just go ahead and see after the show what happens, man. We were just talking about Christian McCaffrey, but let's talk about somebody else on the Panthers, baby. Carolina Panthers and number 1 overall pick Cam Newton reached an agreement on a 4-year deal worth $220 or $22 million that's fully guaranteed. That was a couple years ago. This tweet just happened the other day. Panthers reach agreement with quarterback Cam Newton. Do you see the difference in those tweets? You see the difference on how they treat my boy Cam Newton, which is deserved. But my guy Cam Newton on a 1-year deal worth at least $4 million guaranteed incentives. It could be up to $10 million. So compared to him getting paid not even, I think, a full $1 million for the New England Patriots, this is a big improvement. He gets to go home to Carolina. He gets to play with this team that he already kind of knows.
You got paid $10 million.
That is $4 million guaranteed. Are you talking about for the Patriots? Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was a 1-year $10 million.
Well, then I don't know why the fuck I was feeling bad for him. That's not a bad contract for a bum or an island boy.
I'm an island boy.
Island boy.
Trying to make it.
Carolina got themselves some island boys, baby. Island boy. Oregon's already up 6-0, dog. Yes, sir. Go Ducks. But yes, sir, Cam Newton on a 1-year deal with the Carolina Panthers. We'll go ahead and see how that plays out. It looks like he's going to be the starter from now on, the Island Boys. The GM for the Carolina Panthers, when asked about Sam Darnold, he said, Sam's going to go, we're going to have to do something here with Sam. You guys see the bench in the background of that picture? I think that's where he's headed. Either that or free agency, which is, behind the mountains in the background as well. So
that's a good view, though. It's a beautiful view,
right?
I'd sit there and have a beer.
Sit there and have a little thought about, my career there.
Yeah,
I might. They can bring Panther Stadium sound effect back now that they'll be scoring again. That's dirty, Kung Fu D. That's dirty. I ain't even a Panthers fan, but that was a little low.
Yeah, Kung Fu D better calm down.
Kung Fu D is going crazy in chat, baby. We love it here. Keep it up, Kung Fu D. Actually, turn it up a little bit more if you could, please. But let's go ahead and continue on. Now official, Packers activate quarterback Aaron Rodgers off the reserve COVID list by today's 4 p.m. Eastern time deadline. Rodgers now leads the Packers into Sunday's game versus Russell Wilson, who was on. He's also back off of IR. And the Seattle Seahawks, man. So that's going to be a great fucking game. I'm excited about that. I believe that takes place Sunday afternoon. So we'll go ahead and talk about that when we take our pick'ems. Just want to let you guys know a little bit of news. Both quarterbacks for this game are back. So make your guys' pick'em choices wisely as we're getting into it. Moving on. And this is going to be talked about a little bit as well, so we won't spend too much time on it. Former Raiders coach John Gruden is suing the NFL and Commissioner Roger Goodell. A statement from his attorney, Adam Holmeshenner, whatever. Honestly, he's not. I agree with you guys. He's not going to win that against the NFL, but I sure hope he fucking he puts a run for Roger Goodell's money up. I hope Roger Goodell is sweating. All right. I'm just moving on. Patriots quarterback Mac Jones was not fined for grabbing and twisting the ankles of Panthers DN Brian Burns. The action, which could have been penalized for holding, did not rise to the level of a fine in the NFL's opinion. Getting deep. Next RTP tweet of the week. Let's go ahead and look at Najee Harris. You guys heard on their game last week. They were talking about Najee Harris. Everyone who knows Najee Harris a little bit about his past, he's kind of had a rough past. California grown kid, never really had much, always had to work for everything he grinded for. At one point, he did sleep on the floor. Him and his mom just been grinding it out. Made it to Alabama, made it to the NFL. But the announcers were sitting there talking about how he used to sleep on the floor in college because he just wasn't used to living the normal life. And he came on Twitter after the game and tweeted about that shit. And he was pissed about it. He said, "Bro, I ain't sleep on no damn floor in college. I slept on my bed. Y'all mess my name up and y'all say that stuff. Shake my head. Bet." So I don't know if, ESPN, these commentators are making a bad name out for all of us or just themselves, man. But it's not looking good from Najee Harris's point of view on commentating for the NFL, interviewers, anything like that. So got to watch what you say about these players, guys. Just a quick fact for you guys. Last time the Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA Finals, the Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl. The last time the Atlanta Braves won the World Series, the Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl. In 2021, the Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA Finals, and the Atlanta Braves won the World Series. What does that spell to you guys? Does that spell another ring for my Cowboys?
No, that spells Dallas ruining tradition.
I think.
Y'all can't lose to the trash-ass Broncos and then expect to win a Super Bowl. I'm sorry, bro.
So your guys' Super Bowl year, you guys didn't take one, fucked up loss? You guys were just killing it all year long?
We didn't lose to a trash-ass team.
Let's hit chat real quick. I might take Carolina at plus 355 with all the Cardinals playmakers out. I know Arizona was good last week without, but it's hard to replace that twice. I agree with that. It might be hard for them to do that twice. Was Colt McCoy just lucky? I think Colt McCoy knows his shit.
He looked like he could play football still.
Remember when he used to play actual football at what was it, Texas?
Yep.
Yeah, he was Texas.
Yeah, Colt McCoy was cold at one point. I really did like Colt McCoy a lot at one point.
He came out the same draft as Tebow.
And he's still playing, and Tebow has been in the NFL and the MLB and all kinds of shit and is now retired. So
he played tight end a little bit.
Matt Ferracci 64 is saying the announcers are terrible, just like the draft. They try to make these horrific stories about these guys to profit off of them.
Yep.
It's the life of a reporter or a blogger. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. That's what they do. Some people have good hearts with it, and they want to bring out the positive light in people. Most people will just do it for money. They do it for their own positive gain, and it just is what it is. You know what I mean? But I agree. Some announcers can be really bad. I'll talk about this here in a little bit when we start talking fan control football, but that was one of my main points in my survey. So these announcers need to be on fucking point with everything. No slip-ups. No wrong names. No wrong numbers. They got to know their shit. That's just the way it should be. Broncos ain't trash, Kung Fu D is saying. McCaffrey should be back to 100%. So if McCaffrey's back, they're rocking with Cam Newton, Robbie Anderson. Who am I? DJ Moore. So that's going to be a decent game.
Of the season.
That if they have all them and they lose, I mean, I get it's the Arizona Cardinals, but still, that can't happen, bud. Moving on, let's get into some. I already showed you guys this, or I showed you guys the off list players that weren't playing. Let's show you guys players that are playing. Sundays include Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Dawson Knox, Zach Moss, Michael Gallup, Eric Ebron, Trent Brown, Keenan Allen, and Christian McCaffrey will all be playing in Week 10. I'll show you guys the out list one more time so you guys can see it and write it down if you need. Nick Chubb, Demetri Felton, Damian Harris, Alvin Kamara, Armstead, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, Curtis Samuel, Montez Sweat, Tyron Smith, Chase Claypool, Jamal Williams, Chris Carson, and Chase Edmonds are players that are out. Getting into this 2021 NFL MVP futures. This is halfway through the season odds for MVP odds. So looking likely, Josh Allen is at plus 375. Next is obviously Tom Brady. I think you should swap those two. I think Tom Brady should probably win or be most likely to win MVP at this point in the season, just being his stats and his age. But then you got Kyler Murray at plus 600, Matt Stafford at plus 700, Dak Prescott at plus 900, Aaron Rodgers also at plus 900, Lamar Jackson at plus 1100. But after that loss, I don't know how that's going to affect them. Justin Herbert at plus 2,000, Derek Carr at plus 5,000, and Patrick Mahomes at plus 5,000. And I believe he's only on there because, like I was saying, I believe he's only on there because he is not the reigning MVP, but he did win it the year before that and the year before that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got a resume behind him to let him be in that group, but he's not proven himself this year at all. That's why he's plus 5,000 at the bottom of the list. But Derrick Henry probably should have been on there even after being out for a week. But hey, fuck it. Moving on, man. Mid-season NFL awards. You guys just seen the MVP odds. I said Tom Brady should be MVP. And they obviously agree via CBS Sports. Offensive Player of the Year, we got Cooper Kupp. Defensive Player of the Year, it's either Myles Garrett or TJ Watt. Coach of the Year is either Mike Vrabel or Cliff Kingsbury. I give that to Vrabel all the way. I think Cliff Kingsbury is already proved. Vrabel's kind of proven himself now. Comeback Player of the Year, they have given it to Dak Prescott. Who else is going to give him a run for his money? Let's be real. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jamar Chase. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, they have at Micah Parsons. You guys disagree or agree with this? What are you guys thinking?
I don't know about the Micah Parsons one, but
who you got?
I don't know. I mean, if we're gonna stick to Cowboys, I'd rather go with. Oh no, Trayvon Diggs isn't a rookie, so.
Yeah, he played last year.
I don't know, man. I just don't. I haven't heard Micah Parsons' name all over the place. You know what I mean?
He was NFC Defensive Player of the Week last week and NFC Defensive Player of the Month last month.
Okay,
as a
maybe
rookie.
I'm just not paying attention.
He's honestly watch him. Go watch him.
You definitely have to
Micah
go
TJ
Watt over Garrett though, for sure.
I agree. I 100% agree with that too. You can't
now at the beginning of the season, like 4 games in, Myles Garrett had it by a landslide.
I think after his little Halloween graveyard, I couldn't vote for him. I just couldn't do it. I thought
he had a cape on.
Cool concept, weird process of
weird
how
flex.
you did it. Yeah, weird flex for sure. He loved it too. He loved it.
He loved the attention.
Weird to me. Let's go ahead and move on to interception tracker and sack tracker. So you guys see leading the league in interceptions is still Mr. Trayvon Diggs with 7. Kevin Byard and J.C. Jackson. And J.C. Jackson just had 2 interceptions last week, but they're both tied at 5. And then Xavier McKinney and Logan Wilson are both tied at 4. Going over to the sack tracker, Myles Garrett, I guess, is at 12. TJ Watt's at 11.5. But which one really makes the bigger impact for their team, I think, is what it's going to come down to. And right now, it's so close between them. I would probably vote for TJ just off of personal likeness, but I need to watch them both a little bit more. Maybe tomorrow will be the day. Matt Judon, Harold Landry, and Marcus Golden are all tied at 9. And then Trey Hendrickson is at 8.5, man. So that is the interception tracker and the sack tracker. So you guys can just go ahead and see that. We're going to also play another game. It's called Dad Jokes. You know, I've been really getting into my father self. Jello's a father of 2. I'm a father of 2. Tony's a father of 1 little puppy.
He's cute as shit.
He's older than me. He's older than fucking
cute as hell.
The dog is old as shit. How old is he? Like 28, 29?
Dog years, he's 4. Or he's 4 in human years. He's 28 in dog years.
Spencer Webb just dropped a touchdown.
He just dropped the touchdown?
Yeah, I feel like that's valuable information being he's been on this show. The motherfucker just dropped a touchdown. Like, wide. Oh, hell no, bro. Oh, never mind. Travis Dye didn't. Moving on. Oregon up 14-0. That's just what we do. We're going to play a game called Dad Jokes. And this is specifically for Tony. So, Jello, I don't know if you have any dad jokes, but if you do, feel free to jump in and go ahead and tell them. But I got a bunch of fucking dad jokes I want to go ahead and break to Tony. And Tony, if you could, please vote me on these.
I got you.
I turn my hat the right way, like a father. How you doing? It's my father, Dab. All right, let's get into it. So I have a couple little dad jokes for you, Tony. This first
Can you
one
turn the music down just a little bit?
Of course. Sorry about
just
that.
a little bit. word.
Is that better?
That's way better.
Let's get into it. What's Forrest Gump's Facebook password?
Jenny.
1, Forrest, 1.
Okay. All right. That one gets a 4.
4 out of 10?
Yeah, 4 out of 10.
Oh, fuck.
We gotta start. We gotta start low. We gotta start low because I don't want to ruin any ratings for later on.
I get that. Chat, if you guys could go ahead and vote on this as well. 1, Forrest, 1. All right. Where do you find a dog with no legs? Where you left it?
Oh my god.
What is that? What is it?
It's a 7.
Hey, 7. I don't know why it's so hard to see. Let me put you on the big screen. There we go.
Let me turn my brightness down. Oh, that didn't work. There we go.
Okay, there we go. There we go, baby. My next joke. Here we go. Why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella?
I don't know.
Faux drizzle.
That's nice, man.
I'm trying to hit it. I'm going hard. I'm going for it all. I'm going for the fucking gold right now. Here we go. This one, I'll say, is probably my weakest one, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it at you. How does Darth Vader like his toast? On the dark side. At least I admitted it.
4.
Here we go. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit?
What?
Banana. I seen Jello giggle. Oh, fuck you. That's tough. Look, I'm getting 10. I'm getting 10s out here. Let's continue on, shall we?
I like it.
What did the drummers call his 2 daughters?
What?
And a 1 and a 2.
Okay. I got 6.
Okay. I like it. Oh, shit. Dawn. I thought we had something. I thought you were on my team. The hell? All right, here we go. Why did the crab never donate to charity?
What?
Because he was selfish. Get it? Shellfish.
Damn. Just because of your delivery on that one, I'm giving it a 2.
This next one I'm pulling out of my back pocket here, okay?
Okay.
How did the lumberjack know how many trees he cut down?
How?
He kept a log.
Okay, that's a pretty good one. Nice.
I thought that one was pretty decent. That one was pretty decent. Okay.
You gotta go for the 10, man.
I'm trying, bro. I think I started off too fucking hot, so I'm trying to finish strong. Here we go. Next one. What do you need to do to a claustrophobic astronaut?
What?
Just give him a little space. That's tough. That's fucking tough. Here we go. What do you call a shipwreck at the bottom of the sea that shakes?
What? Ooh, what?
A nervous wreck.
Okay. All right, that's a pretty good one. I'll give that one an 8.
Okay.
I'll give that one an 8.
Here we go. I got 3 more for you, and I feel like these last 3, I'm hoping they punch. I'm hoping they hit you right in your face. Okay?
Okay, yep.
Here we go. Why is it that when vegans argue, they call it a beef?
I don't know why.
That was the joke.
Wait.
Vegans.
I'll
beef.
give you credit because I'm kind of dumb. So I give you a 3 on that one.
Here we go. Okay. I gotta make sure I word this one right. I got to make sure I word this one right. Why don't your fingers ever let you down?
Why?
Because you can always count on them.
Okay, that's clever. That's clever. I'll give that one a 6.
Okay.
Come in strong with this last one, man.
I'm hoping this I saved this last one on purpose. I hope. I don't know. We'll go ahead and see. What do you call a line of bunnies that's taking a step back?
Ooh, what?
A receding hairline.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there you go.
Let's go. Yeah. Whoa. I was like, I'm going to punch it with this last one. That shit was funny, bro. Which one was your favorite?
The last one.
You like that one? Jello, which one was your favorite?
I kind of like the first one.
You like the 1-4-1?
Yeah, I dig it.
That shit was pretty funny, man. I got a lot of scores from chat. 10. I got a 10 on that last one. Every time I drive, I put my life in my foot's hand. Oh.
Whoa.
That's a mind fuck. That's a mind fuck. I got 10 for the last one, man. We appreciate you guys. We're going to get to our next commercial break. On the other side of commercial break, we're getting into who's popping, who's dropping, Coach Tony, and our NFL pick'ems to end us off, baby. So stick with us. We will be back on the other side, shall we?
We're here at AT&T Stadium doing a shout out to the Rick T podcast.
Whoop, whoop, shout out.
Go Cowboys! Beat them Broncos!
Go Cowboys. Rick T, you the man.
Yeah, another one. Another one. I'm smoking people tonight.
Yo, can I say something real quick?
Please.
Let's get serious in here. I just want to say thank you to everybody showing love to us in chat tonight.
Hell yeah, man.
Y'all are awesome.
Y'all are blowing it the fuck up, man. Shout out to UQ Droma, my guy Kung Fu D. Shout out to Don and Mike Clark. Shout out to my guy Bush. Didn't even see the zipper.
I didn't see him pop in
see
here.
that zipper face in here. that might be a racist term, but I didn't mean it like that. Just saying.
Hell no.
Shout out to Matt Faraci. Shout out to Little J6. Shout out to everybody who tuned in, blowing up the chat tonight. We appreciate you guys.
Everybody.
And I 100% agree with you too, Kung Fu, man. We need to get some more traction on this shit, man. We way too funny for people just not to be out here like, like let's get some traction out here, man. But
So
Jello,
can you dive into that laugh a little bit more? So what's that
Sounds
about?
like you count numbers on Sesame Street.
It's more of like, so this is the way I imagine it. When I'm old, I feel like I'm gonna be an asshole. I mean, get off my lawn. These kids are gonna be like,
He's gonna be like, I'm gonna give you one chance. Now
I'm gonna go inside like, I'm like, Haley,
I'm gonna give you 3 chances.
I done got them little assholes off our lawn.
And I'm gonna be on
after that, so this many chances.
Bro, I'm gonna be on your front porch, not even my front porch, just cleaning the shotgun.
God. Who's he?
They're gonna be
I'm
like, Big Bird got a gun.
No. But he came up here, told me he needed a place to clean his shotty, so here he is. Here he is. Jello, you ready to get into what's next, buddy?
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and get it. Who's popping? Who's dropping?
Yeah.
It is Saturday, November 13th, and who is popping, who is dropping on the list for you today, Jello?
We're going to start with who's dropping this week. We're going to go out to Houston, where we got a little Pocket Rockets starting the season 1-0. Oh my God, they were supposed to be great. They're now 1-11. Oh, who saw this one coming? You get your number 2 pick. You get Green. All right. You kept Kevin Porter. Okay. Added Daniel Theis. Yeah. Overrated as fuck. And then you look at what they're doing. You have Eric Gordon. What is this team doing? They couldn't beat the Pistons with Mr. First Start, 19 minutes, 2 points, Cade Cunningham right now. Like, how does this happen? How can you be this bad? The Pelicans are looking like they're going to have more wins than they are, and they don't have their number 1 player. Whoo! No, Rockets are the NBA's Detroit Lions.
I was about to say the Lions.
Should have been done 10 years ago, but it hasn't happened yet. Let your number 1 players leave. No one even shows up to their games. Not even the players' grandmothers show up to their games. Speaking of people whose grandmothers probably going to stop showing up to their games, definitely going Cincinnati Bengals on this one. How do you start 5-2? How do you break the stigma and go from last year to first in your division, and then in 2 weeks you're back at last with the Steelers, with big, my shoulder, Ben, my hip, ow, my toe. How you get beat by that at this point? So, it's crazy. And Burrow, we got to talk about this. How do you throw a 99-yard pick six? How does nobody stop him? Denzel Ward just destroyed you. 99 yards.
He got his shit broke, bro. I thought he re-hurt his knee. I really did.
Right. Like, I'm just sitting there like, this is
how this whole play went. That was Joe Burrow screaming after that juke. But continue on. Sorry about that.
But moving on to another quarterback that seems to like to throw touchdowns for the other team, Matthew Stafford. You go 31 for 48, 294. You got your touchdown. Back-to-back plays, you throw a pick and a pick six. And a pick, I might add, that brought him to the 2-yard line against the Titans. How? Is this the spirit of Jared Goff lingering at this point? Like, it has been a consistent thing for him, but how? How do you go out there and just look like crap? Like a whole lot of it. Like more than the Lions in that game. It's absolutely nuts. And now let's talk about another quarterback who looked like crap, and we'll see if he bounced back this week. Josh Allen. All right. So you get drafted in 2018 at spot 7, living the life as the Josh Allen. Then boom, 2019 comes around. 7th pick in the draft. Oh, guess who gets taken? A Josh Allen. And now it leads up to 2 years later at this point where he completely wrecks you. 31 for 47, 264, a fumble, 2 interceptions, You were the leading rusher at 50 yards. How could you not get this offense started? Honestly, for a team that has absolutely blown out two teams and not let them score once, and you lose to the Jags, how? Like this whole Bills team, how does this work? Did everyone just like I want to know how many of these players took bets that the Jags were going to win because it was what, plus 709 for the Jaguars? Like how many of the guys struggling on this team for not making the big contracts bet their salary on it? Like I'm honestly wondering, how do you play this bad? The Lions played better than the Bills did this week. The Lions. The Bills are supposed to be the number 2 team in the AFC at the current time. This is nuts. You lose to the Jags. You lose to Urban Meyer. Now who knows what McDermott's going to get broke off by the same lady for all we know. It's absolutely insane. Now moving on to a more positive note, we got who's popping. I'm going to start off this. I want to make it short and sweet, but I also don't at the same time. Denver Broncos. Just for this week, not saying, we were 4-4 before, not saying that's the greatest thing ever. But we beat the Cowboys. 3 fourth-down stops, interception. The only reason they had 16 points were garbage time when we pulled all the starters. And the best part is, the pick was from a Dallas native, grew up being a Cowboys fan, and he picked off Dak Prescott. I don't know what happened in this game, but I mean, this is insane. Broncos actually beat the Cowboys. We'll see if we beat Philly. Once again, maybe we'll make Philly go silly, get dizzy, whatever the hell we're going to do to them this weekend. So I can't wait to see it. Moving on to another team that's probably going to, keep winning, Tennessee Titans. What happened with this defense? Same defense basically had last year outside of Bud Dupree and Jenkins at this point. I mean, they're looking insane. Offense is leaving a little bit to be desired, but they don't have Derrick Henry, and they lose him. They come out, they beat the Rams, on that pick and that pick 6 at that point. You come out here, AP gets a touchdown. Like, this team can do it with nothing, it seems like, anymore. Like, it is absolutely insane. And now they're the number 1 team in the AFC. What was it, 4 weeks ago? We would have said they were the last team in the AFC overall. People are just talking that smack, and they lose Henry. They're not going to win another game. And they come out and destroy the Rams. Absolutely good to see. One of my managers is a Rams fan, so I got to talk a lot of shit for about 7 days now. Now moving into surprise teams at this point, the Washington Wizards. I love this for the sheer fact that this is the Bryce Harper effect in Washington. Westbrook leaves and the Wizards get better. They're the number 1 team in the East. I love this. Absolutely coming out. Kuzma just talking smack to Cavs fans. You ain't nothing without LeBron. You have Beal. You have Harrell. You have KCP. Players where if the Lakers actually played them like they should and used the schemes they needed, they can be successful. Fun fact, right? Such a crazy thing in this world. And that is why I think they won tonight, putting them at 8 and 9-3. 9-3? Crap, something like that. 9-3 or 8-4, one of the two. But they're number 1 in the East. And then we're going to the Warriors, the team that, they're the reverse Jaguars, basically. They're 11-1 right now. Curry's having a career year. The older, he's like wine. He gets better with age at this point. They still don't have Klay Thompson back. They don't have Wiseman back. Let's talk about that one. Number 2 pick last year. No Wiseman. You have Wiggins. You have, Jordan Poole's picking it up. But Steph Curry is going stupid right now. All the way. Absolutely crazy. He's on track to have the best year of his career, and I don't see him stopping. It's going to be scary, but just wait. Nuggets to start picking it up soon. That's who's popping, who's dropping. Let's see what the Cowboys do this week.
Fuck you, Jello. You're a disrespectful prick with that one, huh?
I do want to say that I am pretty respectful with what I'm going to say about the Cowboys here in a little bit.
I was saying let's see what they do. I wasn't saying they were going to lose.
What does the Cowboys have to do with anything that you just said and who's popping, who's dropping?
It could be an honorable mention for either category. I don't know what's going to happen this week.
Oh,
damn.
Really?
Curveball.
I said either category.
Disrespectful. But we have some breaking news to go ahead and, ease the tension, pause. You make the mood a little bit better here. But we do have some breaking news. So let me just go ahead and put these graphics on the screen the minute I find them, man. Fan Control Football Season 2.0. Baby. You guys don't know what Fan Control Football. What is Fan Control Football? It's the football league that puts the fans in control. You call the plays in real time with real athletes on the field. The Fan Controlled Ballers Collective will soon roll out a team KOD NFT that empowers its holders to make all key decisions, from team names and logos to the players drafted and the plays that are getting called on game day. Your team KOD NFT will earn you limited edition merchandise and in-person VIP experience. The Ballers Collective is dropping soon. This is your chance to get it now. So go ahead and check this out.
Fan Control Football.
You can make the selection on your phone. I got the plays up in front of me. What do we think?
Manziel to throw.
For the win! Caught! Flash Gordon!
Renee Montgomery.
Marshawn.
Joe Montana. Quavo joining us.
This roof is gonna blow. Fan Control Football is on NBCLX with season version 2.0 coming spring 2022.
Power to the fans.
Yes, sir. Power to the fans. And not only that, man, but we have some big news with Fan Control Football starting early 2022. Let me go ahead and it's official, baby. It's official, baby. Yes, sir. We have made Fan Council, baby. You guys already know it. Your boys, Eric Holmes and Tony Cave.
Look at that hair, boy. Look at that hair, boy.
RTPE, RTPT on the Fan Council, the Fan Controlled Council, man. You guys already know I'm representing my Zappers. Tony, sounds like you're representing your beast, man, but I'm going to ask you.
Absolutely.
With all the responsibilities that we have in Fan Council, do you hear that beat?
I do.
That's tight. I don't know what's going on, but that shit was hard. I turned it all the way down and my bass was just still going. Boom, 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 boom. Like, that shit was hard. Okay, I'll take it. But with all the responsibilities we have in Fan Council, we do honor everything that we said was going on in the meetings and stuff like that. We promise to keep our mouths fucking closed, Mr. Rayos and Mr. Patrick Dees. You guys can put your trust 100% in me and Tony to control Fan Council, to go ahead and put our utmost effort into it. 100% all the time is what's going into it, man. We're excited for season 2.0 going into it, bro. I talked about the new teams. You guys already know there's 4 new teams joining, but 2 have been broke. Team 808 Ski, I think that's how they're calling that. 808 Ski with 888
Aoki.
Okay, 808 Ski. That's what I'm calling it. 808 Ski. Go ahead, 888 and Steve Aoski. And then there is another team, Team KOD, with owners like Tiki and Rondé Barber, plus more. You guys can go ahead and check the names out there. A bunch of just big-time names, big-time celebrities that are finally seeing the worth of Fan Control Football, man. They want to make a difference. We want to make a difference, and we're going to go ahead and team along to go ahead and do so. But the 4 teams that were included in the season last year, in season 1.0, we had the Glacier Boys, the Wild Aces, the Zappers, and the Beast Mafia. Beast Mafia, and that's trash. But anyway, Wild Aces went ahead and took home the People's Championship, as my Zappers were dead last in the league. We were kind of the laughing stock. You already know, though, I'm staying with my Zappers. Tony, I'm going to go ahead and ask you this breaking question, because there's a lot of people that we kind of have contact with, like Stathead, like Jigaman, who are fan free agents. They were Zappers last year. This year, they don't know where they're going yet. They're kind of making their OBJ decisions, quite behind closed doors. They're doing it on their own. So we're going to go ahead and give them a pitch to come back to the Zappers. You might give them a piece to go to the Beats or go to the Beasts. But we need to make sure you're actually rocking with the Beasts this year. So Jalen's asking, is there more teams? So there's these 4 teams from last year, plus these 2. And if you watch the Fan Controlled show on Thursdays at 4 p.m., I believe. Actually, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can go ahead and catch some breaking news that they're going ahead and break in the next couple of weeks about the new teams that are, joining Fan Control Football. But as of now, it is these 4 teams plus these 2. We don't know the final 2, but I'm super excited to see it. So, Tony, you staying a beast?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
That sounds like a faint answer.
That sounds like I'm sticking with the team that I rocked with before, because the owner of that team, or partial owner, is Marshawn freaking Lynch, boy. Beast Mafia, Volume 2.0, Season 2.0 champs.
It's going to get intense. I'm excited to see how it plays. I want you guys to know my loyalty as of now lies with my Zappers. I can't speak for 2023, though. I don't know. I could be a champion and want more money. I might try to go get more money from a different team. You never know. You never know. I might take this free agency in 2023, real deal. I'm on a 1-year contract with the Zappers, so we're just going to go ahead and, show them our full support, and we're going to ride with it. Go Zap Nation. Jello, are you playing this year?
Yeah.
What? Do you and you can be a fan free agent. You can say I don't want to say yet. I got to think on it. I got to do some research.
I took Glacier Boys.
You were the Glacier Boys? Are you sticking with them?
Yes, sir.
Quavo, I like it. Destroying. Okay. Team owners there. Those are some good team owners. Whew. Man, I'm excited for Fan Control Football Season 2.0. You guys already know what the
Last year we would sit in an Xbox party and we would sit there and watch on our phones, and I'm calling this play right now. Let's go.
We would go against each other. My team versus Tony's team at one point. Justin was in it. He was in the Xbox party. It was real hostile, man. But now that we have this platform of Fan Council, now that we are, out of the pandemic, maybe possibly able to go down to Atlanta and watch some games in person. Now that we have StreamYards like this, we can all get in here, co-stream the games, watch the games, and vote on it all real time, so that more people can play. I already have spread the word to a couple of people, my father being one, my brother's going to play. Obviously, Jello's going to play this year. There's a lot of people that are interested in this league. We're definitely trying to grow this league, and I'm telling you guys, it's the league of the future. But if you guys are interested in trying out for the Fan Control Football League, there are combines coming. So let's go ahead and look at the Fan Controlled Football Combine schedule. First combine on December 4th in Arlington, Texas. Next one, the second one, December 18th in Los Angeles, California. January 8th, they traveled down to the south to Atlanta, Georgia, where the home base is for Fan Control Football. February 5th, they also just traveled down south on to Orlando, Florida. And then February 26th, back to Atlanta, Georgia before the season starts. So I'm going to ask you a personal question, Tony and Jello. We'll ask you first, Jello. Where do you personally think the most talent is going to come out from this year? Which combine do you think is going to bring the most talent?
Texas.
You think Arlington, that first one?
Just how big football is, especially high school football and so on and so forth in Texas. I think that's where you have most of the athletes at.
Okay. Tony?
I'm going to have to agree with Jello on this one. Also, full disclosure, I had the application open up last night, and I didn't fill it out.
Why? Why didn't you apply?
I'm gonna wait till next year. I got myself a gym membership. We're gonna get back in the gym and we're gonna get it popping.
Okay, maybe hit up the big man, the mountain mover.
Ooh, the mountain mover.
Get some training in with that boy, bro. Jalen Fly. That shit would be nice. That shit would be real nice. My guy Conku D is saying Orlando easy. Florida got all the dogs. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Jello and Tony. I thought this even before you guys answered. Arlington. Though as big as Texas is and as big as football is in Texas, there's obviously going to be athletes that come from out of state to that one because it's the closest one to them. But, man, just the athletes that are coming out of that state, there's so many. They take football so serious. I get Florida, Georgia. They got all them Florida boys, run, jump fast, run. They do crazy shit. They do backflips. That's how I describe Florida boys. They do backflips. That's how Destroying describes Florida boys as well, bro. But anyway, I think Arlington, Texas is the way to go, man. But moving off of the Fan Control Football topic, now that you guys know, be tuned in for Season 2.0. We'll be talking about it every week here on the Rick T Podcast as well. But, Tony, are you ready to get into Coach fucking Tony, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
It's time for Coach fucking Tony. Tony!
Murder on the beat, so it's not nice.
It's a chilly November 13th here in the Colorado area. Coach Tony, who do you got on the hot seat for us today, bud?
I'm coming for John Gruden first, so go ahead and pull that one up for me.
Ooh.
John Gruden, welcome to the hot seat. You decided to sue one of the most powerful men in America, Mr. Roger Goodell, after you were kicked out of the league for being a racist asshole. And what you're suing him for is something called intentional interference with contractual relation, claiming that the emails you sent were leaked to purposely force you to resign. Now, from my perspective, it looks like you think what you did would have been okay if no one would have found out, which makes you even more of an asshole than I thought you were in the first place. So do us a favor and get this lawsuit over with so you can get on to be an afterthought of the NFL. Moving on to Sean McDermott. Come on, man. The Jaguars. Eric told me I should not put you on blast for this, but how could I resist? This is a week-to-week thing here. I'm not doing this based off of season-long stuff. I don't care about your record. I'm looking at game-to-game. The Bills are the highest-scoring offense in the NFL. At least they were before that dumpster fire of a game. And you lost to the Jaguars 9-6. Jaguars are the second worst team in the NFL, and you might have just gave every fan in Europe some sort of hope in Urban Meyer, who has been in the hot seat himself. I'm an honorary Bills Mafia, so please get it together, man. You're my Super Bowl pick, so I will give you another chance. Don't let me down. Moving on to Mike McCarthy.
This is bullshit. Just want to let you guys know that. This is 100% fucking bullshit. I told Tony I was going to let the fans know
the truth.
This is bullshit. This is the truth. But continue on, Tony. Go ahead and have them.
All right. So, like I said, I show some respect here to the Cowboys in this statement, okay? Mike McCarthy. You had every Cowboy fan strongly believing this was y'all's year. But all it took was one game versus the team that you have not beaten since 1995. And now, all of a sudden, no one can take Cowboy fans serious. Trayvon Diggs looked like a backup at best in this game. And to top it all off, Dak Prescott looked shook.
You just almost call him Dak Xbox?
I did.
Don't
it's because I've had a little bit too much juice.
Let me ask you one quick question. Do you even know Dak Prescott's real name?
Dakota.
I didn't ask you, Jello.
Dakota. All right, moving on. I don't care. So the two star-studded players that had everyone fooled got exposed last week. To possibly one of the worst teams in the league. So now you're giving Broncos fans like myself false hope because you barely lost to the defending Super Bowl champs week 1. And now it looks like
I see why you fucking did this. I see why you did this now. This is because he gave you false hope?
Yes.
Touche.
Don't interrupt me.
Touche.
Let me read that last sentence again. So now you're giving Broncos fans like myself false hope because you barely lost to the defending Super Bowl champs week 1. And now it looks like you're a first-round exit. I've said it before, I like Dak Prescott, so I hope you pull it together for his sake. Otherwise, I'm going to start the free Dak trend.
No.
That's all I have.
No.
That's all I have.
Free Dak?
Free Dak.
So it's not nice.
It's a fucking tough pill to swallow.
I told you I was going to show some respect there.
I was about to say, that was real true. Trayvon Diggs pissed me off the whole fucking game. Dak Prescott pissed me off the whole game.
Prescott.
I just don't think Mike McCarthy can be of blame. I feel like that was the player. Like a lot of people were like, it's not your players, it's your coach. Like I get it. The coach is behind the scenes, but when you fucking go for it on 4th down, the first 2 drives of the game get stopped and they're up 14-0. Like what the fuck are we supposed to do? Like the team is already down 2 touchdowns and we're fucking getting mopped already in the first 4 minutes. Like you guys kicked the shit out of us. I get it.
I get it, man. It's like you said, it's a tough pill to swallow, and it's false hope on the Broncos side, so it's bittersweet. Yeah, we kept the streak alive of not losing to you guys since 1995, but what does that come with? That comes with you guys taking an L and us getting some false hope, thinking that we have a chance to win our division. When in this case, really, it looks like Justin Herbert's going to take the division this year.
We'll go ahead and see, man. Moving on from Coach Tony, moving on from who's popping, who's dropping, it is time to get into our Week 10 NFL pick'ems. As you guys
Rapid
know.
fire. Rapid fire.
Okay, rapid fire.
Slow it down.
Let's talk about Thursday's game real quick. This was an ass whooping.
Oh, God.
Shout out Miami. Shout out my pop. Shout out Kung Fu D. Shout out everybody down there in Florida. Y'all motherfuckers have played. Jacksonville has been playing. Miami has been playing. I don't know if it's a fluke, but y'all been winning, man. So shout out to everybody down in Florida. That was Thursday night's game. I believe Miami won that like 22-10. It was pretty bad. Let's get into Sunday's games. We have 12 games on the slate for Sunday, starting off with the 1 p.m. Eastern time games. This is the order we're going to do these, guys. I'm going to go first this week. I figured I'd mix it up a little bit, and I'm going to give everybody a fair chance. So I'll go first. Jello, you'll go second. Tony, you'll go third. Okay. No one went that order last week, right? Or did you go last week?
I went last week, but it's okay.
Do you want to go second, or you cool with third?
No, I went last week.
Did you? Oh, yeah, it was the week before that I went last, and then last week I went first. You made me go first.
Okay, so it's me, Jello, Tony. That's the way we're going to do this. Okay. Starting off with the 1 p.m. Eastern time game, or we got 1 p.m. Eastern time game on Fox. You guys have it. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel down to Washington, take on the Washington football team. I got Tampa Bay winning this one. I wouldn't say by a landslide, but not by a 3-point game. I got Tampa Bay winning this one 24-13. Jello?
Ooh. Nope, I got Bucks blowing them out. I got Bucks winning 35-8. I mean, they might be down Brown and Gronkowski, but their defense is still there, and the Washington football team is not there. So 35-8, and they'll get a lucky 2-pointer off one touchdown they get.
Okay, I like it. Tony, moving on to you. Tampa Bay at Washington.
Washington has the worst pass defense in the league, so I'm going Buccaneers 28, Washington 7.
Like it. Moving on to the next 1 p.m. Eastern time game, the Atlanta Falcons travel down to Dallas, Arlington, Texas, to take on my Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, I'm going to take my Cowboys coming off of a bad L we took last week to the Denver Broncos. You guys just heard about it the whole show. I have Dallas winning this one 28-14, 2-touchdown lead.
This was a tougher game for me to pick, and the only reason being is the best pass rusher is out, and the defense looks suspect in some areas, and they have a certain man in Atlanta named Cordell Patterson. But I'm still going to give it to the Cowboys on this one, 27-26.
I'd rather you fucking...
That's way too close.
I'd rather you make us fucking lose than win by 1. That would make my anxiety shoot through the fucking roof all day.
Okay. I got Cowboys in this one winning. Let's go 21-17. I like 17.
Last time we all three took the Dallas Cowboys, we got fucking stomped. So
right.
Let's hope this is fucking a better outcome for us. Moving on to the next game, we have the New Orleans Saints traveling down to Tennessee to take on the Tennessee Titans. I got Tennessee winning that one. I think this will be a closer game than a lot of people expect. I think the New Orleans Saints are a very good team. They've shown it. They've also had weeks where they haven't. But I got Tennessee winning this one by 7, 28-21. Jello?
I don't think this is going to be as high of a scoring game, just off sheer defense on both sides of the ball. And I think Taysom Hill has the start this week. So I got Titans winning 17-9.
In Taysom, we trust. Saints 21, Titans 17.
That might be a good game to fucking gamble on. So that was not a bad take. Moving on, Jacksonville travels up to Indianapolis, Indiana to play the Colts. Obviously, I have the Colts in this one. I have the Colts 21-10.
All right, here I got a Colts 23-13. Jags don't stand a chance here.
Jonathan Taylor goes stupid in this game. Colts 28, Jaguars 3.
28-3, like that one. It is going to be an ass whooping, I won't lie. Jacksonville got lucky as shit last week. Moving on to the next game we got going on here, 1 p.m. Eastern time on CBS Sports. We do have the Cleveland Browns taking on the New England Patriots. You guys know I am a avid Cleveland Browns supporter, being I'm a big Baker Mayfield fan here in 2021, 2022. Couldn't say the same last year, but this year I am. But I am going New England this week. I just gave you guys a pushback earlier about how Bill Belichick is with a rookie quarterback and that defense is popping. I think New England wins this one 21-17.
All right. Short and simple here. No Chubb, no dub. Pats take this game 20-17.
Jello, you're smoking crack. Browns 21, Pats 10.
Damn. Okay. This next one, I'm sorry, Jets fans. You guys are obviously catching a really good team come off of a really bad loss.
Go. Sorry. UCLA punt return. TD.
Man, UCLA garbage.
Let's go. All right, sorry.
No, you're good. But like I said, the New York Jets have a really good team coming off of a really bad loss. They're looking to get their revenge, and this is the perfect game for them to do so. So I have the Buffalo Bills winning this one 31-6. Jello?
Oh, man. See? Yeah, never mind. I got Bills winning 21-13. I don't think it's going to be as big of a blowout as people think. I think in Mike White, they trust.
Mike White is ass cheeks, in my opinion, but they do trust him. Tony?
Bills Mafia, stand up, boy. Let's go. 35-3.
Yep.
The Jets are going to win.
Get back game. Moving on to the next game. And this is a game that I've said for multiple weeks, I'm going to wait until a game where I feel confident picking the Lions 100% with no Big Ben. And I did not know this before I wrote down my score, but I still have the Lions winning this one. I have them getting their first win against Pittsburgh. I think who's Dwayne Haskins? Is that who's going to play tomorrow?
Mason Rudolph's their backup. Dwayne's the third.
Even better. I have Detroit winning this one 17-13. Go DeAndre Swift. Jello?
Huh. Yeah. Talking about smoking crack. I can't take the Lions even without Big Ben and Chase Claypool.
That's fucked up.
I got the Steelers winning this one fucking 28-3.
Yeah, and I got Steelers 23-10 with a defensive touchdown.
This is gonna be the game I come back, and I just want you guys to know. Last week I led the pack. What?
I hate to say it, but
I was second. Only
Deontay Johnson
I'm still number one.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker for real, man. Sorry, moving on to the next game. The first afternoon game, I believe it is. We'll go Minnesota traveling down to the Los Angeles Chargers in their brand new stadium. Minnesota has been losing in fucked up ways the whole season. Let's be honest. They lose by like 3 points in overtime.
To
like
good
6
teams.
times. Like,
to good
Look at it
teams.
this way.
yeah, to good teams. That's what I'm saying. I got what, Jello?
Sorry, in 5 games they've lost by a total of 17 points.
That's what I'm saying. They're I don't want to say win because obviously they're fucking not, but like they're winning without the dub in their victory category, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them this week against the Chargers. And you guys know how I'm an avid Justin Herbert fan as well, but I got the Minnesota Vikings winning this one 28-27 on the road.
And I'm not going with the Vikings. I'm taking the Chargers. Just come out here and bolt them up 42-27.
Damn.
Okay. So despite the issues going on with Dalvin Cook right now, and him personally saying, I'm sorry for causing a distraction to the team, I think the Vikings ignore what's going on with Dalvin Cook. Madison steps up, does his freaking job. Kirk Cousins gets the ball to Jefferson and Thielen. They go crazy, knock the Chargers down a notch. Vikings 28-21.
You got Vikings 28-21. I like it.
Yep.
Sorry, let me write it down real quick. 28-21. All right, moving on to the next afternoon game. We're looking at this one. Carolina travels down to Arizona to play the Arizona Cardinals. Cam Newton, I believe, is going to be playing tomorrow. Christian McCaffrey's at 100%. DJ Moore's there. I don't see how there's a way that you still can't take the Arizona Cardinals. There's no way these guys click. I got the Arizona Cardinals winning this one 24-21. I do have it being a close game only because the Arizona Cardinals are so banged up. I don't think that the Panthers are clicking. I think it's more of Arizona Cardinals shooting themselves in the damn foot. So I got Arizona winning 24-21.
Dang, I got Cardinals 24-10. I think Connor's about to use and abuse this defense just like he did last week.
Is Cam starting?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
PJ,
Okay.
It's not PJ Walker. It's Cam.
Okay. So I think Cam in his return game to Carolina is going to get mad love from the fans. It's going to be energetic. I don't know if it's at home. Is it at home?
For Arizona?
No, for Carolina.
No, it's in Arizona.
Shit. I still think Cam balls out. Let's go Panthers 17, Cardinals 14.
Who'd you say wins this one, Jello?
I had Cardinals 24-10. I got scores right now, just letting you know.
Okay. All right, moving on to 4:25 game, 4:25 Eastern time game. First 4:25 Eastern time game of the afternoon as well. Philly travels up here to Denver to take on the Denver Broncos, coming off of a big win. Philly's coming off of a big win. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hating on you motherfuckers tonight. Philly did?
Yeah.
Who'd they play?
Chargers.
Oh, maybe it was the week before that they got the dub then. Well, I still got Philly winning this one. I'm hating on you motherfuckers in Denver. I got Philly winning 17-14. Not that I think they're better than you guys, but I literally just can't. I can't take you guys. I'm sorry. I fuck you
Petty
guys.
as fuck, bro.
Eric, I think we can. Nah, we ain't agreeing on shit. Broncos take this game 27-20, and I'm being nice.
Why? Because you guys have so many fucking weapons, huh?
Hey, we beat you by almost 30 points.
No, Tim Patrick beat us. Tim Patrick kicked the shit out of us.
And our defense went stupid.
And Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon combined like 170 yards.
No, Dak's calf muscle went stupid. That's all that happened.
Yeah. I've heard it all before. Broncos 28, Eagles 14.
I like it. All right. We talked about this game a little bit earlier. Both quarterbacks are back. One off of injured reserve, one off of COVID protocols, whatever you want to call it, spiritual divisions, whatever Aaron Rodgers was up to. But we do have the Seattle Seahawks traveling up to Green Bay. It is that time of the year where it's getting cold out there in Green Bay too, man. But to take on the Packers, 4:25 Eastern time tomorrow. I got Green Bay winning this one. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to come back better than ever. This is his house. Like I said, it is getting cold. But I do think it's going to be a close game. I got Green Bay winning this one 14-10.
Ooh. I think this is a higher scoring game. I think this is going to be a gun show at this point. I'm going Packers 34-31.
If it's snowing out there, you won't.
I got Green Bay in this one 35-24.
Weird fucking score, but I like it. Moving on to the Sunday night game, the last game on Sunday, which is probably one of the best rivalries to watch. I can't even imagine being at this game. I think it's probably going to be electric. I think both teams want to win. I think both teams have the capability to win. So we're talking about the Kansas City Chiefs traveling up to Vegas to play the Las Vegas or the Las Vegas Raiders. I have Kansas City winning this one in a close one. If not an overtime win, but I got Kansas City winning this one 27-24.
I got Kansas City winning 17-14.
Need the Raiders to lose, but I got Kansas City winning this game 28-21.
All close games, man. And now to move on to Monday night's game. This is going to be a banger. You guys know it. OBJ travels down to San Fran to take on or travels up to San Fran to take on the 49ers and Deebo Samuel. I got the Rams winning this one 31-13, just being that even without OBJ, this team was better overall. And I don't think with OBJ that they get, much better, but I don't think the 49ers have gotten much better either. So I got the Rams winning this one 31-13.
I got Rams winning 31-17. This defense looked crappy against a Colt McCoy ran Arizona offense without D-Hop and AJ Green and Edmonds last week. So I don't think they stand a chance here.
Okay. Tony?
I got the Rams winning this game 35-28.
28. You guys already know what it is. That was our Week 10 NFL Pick'ems here from the boys on the Rick T Podcast here on the Rick T platform, man. This is wrapping up the Rick T Podcast Season 2, Episode 29, man. We want to go ahead and thank everybody who stuck with us for the full 2 hours to watch the show, get their sports information, play some games with us, watch some weird-ass interviews, take on some dad jokes. Like, we had a lot of fun tonight, and we're going to continue this going forward. Tony, Jello, it's going to be a great matchup for all the teams tomorrow. I'm glad, excited to see what the outcome ends up being that the last 2 weeks I'm in first. Not total, but the last 2 weeks, man, I felt like motherfucking untouchable. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you guys just can't beat me in these pick'ems. So we'll see if Week 10 really solidifies it or if I'm just talking too much shit. Washington State just tied it 14-14 with Oregon. Fuck! Suck! Suck! Damn it, man. That is the Rick T Podcast Season 2, Episode 29 with your boys, Jello Rexroad, Tony Cave, and Eric Holmes. We will catch you guys next Saturday. We are out of here. Peace.
I need you to stay, need you to stay.